G'day everyone, welcome back and welcome to Girl in the Garage. And yay, best day of the week because it's Froggy Friday. So what are we doing tonight? Well, I don't want to give it away just yet, but you'll probably guess from my thumbnail. But first we need to do something. So we're going to do our favourite standard little frog. And just got some cups out, and I've got just some random white beads in different sizes, and I want to colour them. Now, I've coloured beads before. Can't even remember what sort they were. A little bit bigger. Don't even remember what colour they were. Changed the colour of them, different colours. This works really good with crushed glass. If you get just, the clear or crushed glass. But it works with beads as well, or seed beads, if I can get them open. Now you can use alcohol ink, you can use acrylic ink, because generally those two don't leak the colour in resin. Because sometimes if you buy coloured beads and things, which I've done before, say from Temu, and then I've popped it in something with resin and the colour has bled or changed colours. So when you use alcohol ink and acrylic ink, it doesn't do that, which is awesome. Because there's nothing worse when you put a colour or bead or something in your resin or in your frog and it changes colour. So I just want a couple of scoops of these. Not sure how many I need. I'll just sort of do, I don't know, a few, because I'll always use them for something else. Now you can generally get these beads, gosh, anywhere, craft shop, cheap shop like Dollar Tree, or here in Australia we have Reject Shop or Kmart, Kayers, as we call it. We used to have Target or Target. Funny how people change the name of shops. So yeah, we have the Reject Shop. It's like a dollar shop, but not that anything's a dollar, but you can sort of buy things a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I don't know if they are rejects from other shops. I've got no idea. Terrible name, I think, but yeah, the Reject Shop. Okay, so I sort of want to make up my own colour because I want to colour in between these. And these are actually fluoro acrylic inks. So I'm going to start with the yellow. And basically, we're just going to stir that around till we get our desired colour. And then, yeah, basically just let it dry. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. So if you want, yeah, something a different colour for whatever reason, that's how you do it. Now, there's still some in there that are a little bit white, but sort of want to make it a little bit greener if I can. I'm just going to try one drop of this. It's not clogged, which sometimes they get clogged. Of course this one's going to be clogged on me. You can see it. I'll just get my little pin and try and unclog that. If you're using these ones, you sort of got to be careful because they're glass and you can crack your little pipette. So yeah, see how it gets clogged. So you should try and make sure you can squeeze all of your liquid out, I think, when you go back in, or maybe you fill it up. Can't remember, it's one or the other, so you don't get clogging. See, now I've got a big chunk in there. Just give it a shake. It's the only thing with these, they can get clogged. But I think if you keep it moist always with ink, they shouldn't. Oops. So that's sort of more of the colour I'm going for. I'm just going to go one more, two more. Oops, making a mess. So yeah, it doesn't take too long to dry. Now I've just got an old baking tray. Well, it's not old, but it's just the one that I keep in my resin room for things. Let's just pop them in there. I sort of put them in the tray because they tend to just want to go everywhere. You can put down paper towel if there's, you know, if you put too much ink in there. But this is just wax paper, so it shouldn't stick. And when they dry, you can sort of just, you know, scoop them up and hold them into a cup or whatnot. So just spread them out a bit. You can still see a little bit of the white, but I could put more ink in, but for what I want it for, it should be fine. So I'm going to do that again with these ones. And it doesn't matter that I've got a couple of little ones in there. And you can always do a second coat too if you want. But I might even do that. I'll just see how they look once they are dry. Super easy. Now these fluoros, the fluoro acrylic ink, I only got them in today. So I haven't used them before. I have used that brand and just their standard colours. So this is awesome because it's just what I wanted. So yeah, pretty easy to do. And it looks really good with the crushed glass. If you go back a little while, I did a rainbow frog with crushed glass and I coloured it and put it in a frog and it turned out awesome. I'm going to have to unclog this really good with something else before I go to use it again. Need something just a little bit thicker. You can always use a pipette or pour a little bit in or just dribble some in. Just do the little pour. See how we go with that. Might need a bit more green, I think. So yeah, you could probably colour, you know, the glass marbles, sort of clear. Colour anything. You can colour glass, like, you know, like you see glass. You just got to be careful when you're colouring glass, because you can get little sharp bits. So wear gloves, and you'll be right. Okay, I think that should be good enough. I am going to keep them a little bit separate because I do want them different sizes. But they will get sort of mixed a little bit. Hopefully I made enough. So I'm just going to spread that out so it dries. And then I'll come over here, just sort of like, you know, turn them over so they actually dry. You can put them on a paper towel. You can give them a little bit of heat. with your heat gun, but they don't take too long. Okay, so let me clean this up and I'll come back with the next stage. Okay, so I forgot to tell you, wear gloves if you don't want your fingers and nails stained, because it will stain. So what are we doing? Well, got a scrap piece of acetate out because I was going through my UV DTF stickers and came across these. Look how cute they are. So I got these in a pack from Temu and decided I wanted to use this one, put in our frog. Because I just love the black and that sort of lime green. So because this is a UV DTF sticker, we need to get the back off so the white doesn't show, so it's clear. And DTF stickers, they're not like normal stickers, you can't just pull the back off. So hence the scrap piece of acetate. So we're going to actually stick it on this and have it as a little template so we can put it into our frog. So I just happen to have a random one, which I was going to do at some stage but never did. So that sort of fits perfect in our frog. So I'm going to sort of use that as a guide for our sticker. But I'm not going to include the ears on that acetate. Probably could. Because this acetate, you can get all different sort. And you can get one that's thinner than this. So like if you buy a pack of Christmas cards, sometimes they come in like a little box and it'll have like a clear cover over it that's sort of like acetate but thinner. So that stuff's perfect to use. So if you can't buy acetate, well, I just buy it. But sometimes I'll think, oh, I'll save this or I'll save that in different packages, because that acetate, it's awesome. It's awesome for stuff like this. So, I mean, that will curl because the ears are going to have to curl round. I just thought it might be just a bit easier to curl them, maybe, without them being on acetate. But then we also have the risk of them sticking over. So yeah, okay, I'll probably just have to do that and then we'll think of something else. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this on that bit of acetate and then we're just going to sort of cut around it. So let me get some tape, because I struggle. Oh, and you think I'd have some ready to go. I thought I was being organised. Lucky it's not too far away. So I thought I'd do every step tonight. So anyone that doesn't want to see every step, you can always fast forward. But I've got a lot of beginners watching my channel and they might not have seen it, so I want to show them. I'm just getting a couple of bits of tape just to take my sticker off. The backing off my sticker, because I always struggle with this. And of course my awesome subscribers reminded me of this little trick. See, that worked, yay. So just going to stick this on here. And hopefully get the other bit off. It doesn't matter if we don't. Should have another bit. Now I'm going to have to, well, My OGs would know that my eyesight's not the best, so I'm going to have to go over to Maggie, which is my magnifying glass lamp. I just call it her Maggie because it's just easier. So I'll just check that this is, well, it was in with my little box that says UV DTF stickers, but it might be just a normal one. I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter for this purpose anyway. So actually, yeah, let's not fiddle, because it's going to, regardless if it's got the cover on it or not, it should be okay. Let's just wing it. Now, get these out of the road. That out of the road. I'm just going to trim this up. Just so we can sort of, you know, maneuver it a bit better. It won't matter so much in the middle, but the ears, we might even have to, you know, snip them a bit more. Sometimes you can do little slits in your stickers if you need to sort of get them pliable to position in your frog where you want them. I'm just cutting around sort of close. But sometimes you see that little edge, like on the edge of your decal. Sometimes you don't see it in resin, but sometimes you do. If you sort of just cut as close as you can, it should stop that problem with any luck. And you just check that if you are cutting over your mold that you don't flick any little bits in. Now, I'm not doing the eyes now. I'm going to do them after as well. So I'll go through that again because it's really easy. So if you struggle with the glass cabochon eyes, there's another way that you can do it. You can always stick them ones in when you finish as well, but I've got sticker eyes and they're really easy. So, and if I'm putting lots of things or painting my mold, sometimes you can dislodge your eyes. So whatever's easiest for you, whatever works for you. Okay, so now our little dragon doodle go in our frog a bit better, and we don't have all that white around our sticker. Okay, so now I just need to make up some resin. So we're also going to be doing another little technique after we put our decal in and when that dries. So our next step. So I got my inspo from Kaz from the Dragon's Cave. So I'll leave it at that. And I'm going to go and make up some resin and I'll come back. Okay, so I've made up 3 ounces of my Estoyo 1:1. That's because that was the first one I grabbed. And yeah, it's not bad resin. I've only recently got it, and so just trying it out for something different. And yeah, happy with it so far. So I've just popped it into my vacuum chamber and totally forgot to spritz my mould, which I normally do, but should be okay, hopefully. And I've just spotted something. So let's see if I can get that little red thing out, whatever that is. Yep. Oh, that was good going, getting at the first go. Hopefully there's nothing else in there. Now you can always dunk your little thing in resin, and everyone sort of does it differently. You can give it a spritz with the alcohol. That's what I'm going to do. It's sort of going to get messy anyway. And just going to sort of pop it in and sort of fold those ears and just push it down. I don't want to fiddle with it too much because I reckon that sort of makes bubbles. So just want to see where it is. Maybe push it up a bit more if I can. See, when you're sort of fiddling, positioning your decal, and if you've got your little cabochon eyes in, you can always knock them out, which I've done many times. So yeah, if you get sticker eyes instead of the cabochon eyes, sort of don't have that worry. But I mean, you can always draw on your eyes, or you don't have to. It's whatever you want to do. Totally up to you. Whatever you like. I just love them with eyes. I think they just sort of brings them to life. Sorry about that. Hubby always has to ask me something, a question when I'm recording. Okay, so I'm going to pour a bit more resin in. Just because. And because my sticker's wider, and normally I don't put that much clear resin in on my first layer. But so I want to do something different for my next little layer. So I'm just going to let that set up for a bit, and then I'm going to come back. So it's been a couple of hours, and getting back to the acetate, well, look at this. You can cut this out and use that if you needed to. So that sort of thing you're looking for. So that's your acetate. Now, my beads have all dried, and I've sort of just, some they get a little bit stuck together, so I just sort of sit there and just pull them apart. So they're ready for what I want to do with them. So I'll just sit them to the side. Now I'm just going to pop, so I won't put my gloves on just yet because we're going to do our next little step. Now, I was saying earlier how I got my inspo from Kaz from the Dragon's Cave. Hi, Karen. And if you don't know who Kaz is, go and check out her page. She is awesome. She does such different things and all sorts of different things all the time. She's a little goer, little pocket rocket. And I love her dearly. So go and check her out and give her lots of love and support. So last week, I think it was, she did a little dragon frog, and she did an inlay for the dragon scale. So we're going to do that too. So what an awesome idea, Kaz. I loved it. So I've got these inlays that I made a couple of weeks back, and I actually just made them from, I'll just grab it, it's right here. So it's just like contact paper, and basically I just put it down on a level surface and just poured silicone rubber on it. So we've got like a crocodile, and it's just got the sticky back like contact, we call it here in Oz. And then I've got, it's like the snake skin. Oops, sorry, I've got a phone call. Just one sec. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, that's my contact paper. So that's what I made my inlays out of. So I'm just going to decide which one I'm going to use. So again, I've just got them on acetate, of course. So let's have a look. So this one is the snake skin. So nice and super and thin. So it's just finely textured. So that's our snake skin. Just get rid of those crumbs or whatever's there. We don't want that stuck to our inlay. And then this is our crocodile. Which is sort of, oh, can you see that? Hopefully you can see that now. So, I'm going to put a layer of UV resin down, but we're only going to see it in certain sections. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any down in the head, but I thought I could get some here on the sides, some here, maybe a little bit in the arms. We'll have to cut some up. So, deciding which one to use. Thinking maybe go with the snakeskin with the littlest scale, because we're doing it in little sections, so I think we'll see it better. Let me just straighten this up. Stick that there. Pop that bit back on there. Pop that out of the way. Find some scissors. So, I think I'm just going to be needing a thin strip. Let's just snip a bit of that off. Helps if you've got sharp scissors. Try not to get my fingerprints all over that. I should have put my gloves on. Just grab some gloves. Just go with the thin ones, I think, this time, so I can feel. Oops. Okay. So let's see if we can do this. I might just cut some more off. I'm just going to cut this little bit off too. Seeing we're probably only going to be working in small sections. So actually, if we're not going to be putting any on the back, we don't really need to do a layer, I don't think. All right, let's see if we can get some on the side. Try and get a even layer. Just probably tooly thing. That one's a bit useless. Gosh. Thin one. Let's try this one. Hopefully you can see that. I know I'm having difficulty seeing it. Try and pop a little tiny bit more on. Just want to make sure it's all covered. I'm just using the resin, UV resin, the hard type. I quite like that brand UV. Now hopefully we don't have any bubbles. Now you can always stick that there for a sec. what was I saying? You can always coat your inlay with some UV. And I'm just going to try and spray mine with some alcohol and just hope that there's no bubbles. So I'm just checking. Yeah, that's the textured side. So we're just going to lay that on there. And just trim that up a bit more and get a flat edge. Better. Just stick it on there. I probably should have trimmed it some more. Just want to flatten that down. So it's all stuck. Yes, I think it would have been better if I had just chopped a bit more of it. Okay. We'll keep going with this bit. Make sure that's all stuck down. Hopefully it is. Let's see if we can cure that on there. See if we can get some of this texture to come off. Oh, I hope you guys can see. Apologies if you can't. Hopefully I can get this cured without having to move it and pop it under my little lamp. I mean, if it doesn't pull the texture off, we can always go over it second time, but preferably I'd rather not. I might have a little bubble trapped under there, but I don't think it'll matter too much because we're trying to get dragon scale effect, of course, onto our frog. Let's see if we had success. Hopefully you can see. That work? Gosh, I can't even see. Gosh. Oh, isn't that terrible? Hang on. Sorry, guys. Oh, terrible when you can't see. Can't see for looking. Oh, yes, I can see it. It did work. So, awesome. That, yes. So we are going to actually colour this. So, you will probably see it better. So let's grab my lamp. You'll probably see it better once we brush it with some mica powder. So let me just... Gosh, I'm a bit awkward here at the moment. Let's just pop it there. Can you see that? Sort of. Hang on. Just scoot this over a bit. Down the road. Do that. So I might just cut a little bit more of this. But I can always use that. No, actually, no, I'm not going to cut it just yet. I don't know if you can see it. Really hard to see. Okay, let's do the other side. So yeah, I'm actually going to cut this. Scissors. Bit. Like that. That's the shiny side. That's the textured side. I'm going to go textured side down. Let's just get that so that it's sort of flat. Make sure this is all even. Appears to be. It doesn't appear to have any bubbles. And we'll pop that back. Spray. Alcohol. Down. We put on a bit too much UV this time. I'll get it cured before it lifts up. So I'm going to try and get some in the thighs and a little bit in the arms. So I'm just going to keep going with this. I'll meet you back when we're ready for the next stage. So I've made up 2 ounces of my Stoyo 1-to-1, and just giving the sides and the bottom a bit of a quick scrape. And I'm going to be using Colour Obsession, and we're using the Lime Sherbet Shimmer, which is a pigment paste. So I'm just making sure I give that a good stir, and then I'm going to scrape my stick and probably use about that much. So I thought I'd just do a sort of small layer of green. Hopefully we'll get some green and then some black coming through on our scales. Hopefully, I'm not sure. Just thought pouring this colour after painting it with the metallic mica, because my experience so far with the metallic mica powders, and I've only tried a few different brands, they tend to be a bit more translucent than, say, your chameleon powders. And saying that, I haven't tried Let's Resin chrome powders yet. Still waiting for my supposed powders to be sent. But being here in Australia, where we are very limited, I'm not holding my breath. Which is a bit of a bugger. So I think we're at a bit of a disadvantage. But you can't help where you live, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Anywho. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with these tariffs causing havoc. Right, now for the whinge and the rat, we're going to put something else in here. Thought I would put some of this in. So it's luminescence pigment powder, so it just goes basically. This one's aquamarine blue. We didn't have the green, but it's a bluey green. So it's sort of that colour. I never know how much of this to put in, so I just wing it. Hopefully we'll get a glow and it doesn't change our colour too much. I'm going to do 1 scoop at the moment and get it mixed in. It sort of makes your resin a bit grainy. And I am going to be putting this in the vacuum chamber. So yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. It sort of sounds like there's sand in it. You can hear it when you do the sides. Yeah, so it's sort of like grainy. Hopefully you know what I mean. I'm going to do 1 more scoop. So hopefully some of our scales will glow. Be awesome if we can get that to happen. So I only want a sort of small layer of this, but we shall see. I'm just wondering whether I should add a bit more green. But we do want to glow. Oh, I don't know. Let's add a little bit more. Also just love that green colour. You want our frog to be bright froggy green. sure we mix that up really good. Okay. Hopefully you can hear that sort of grainy sound. And I just want to apologise to you guys too for being late again. Oh, always something happening in my world. Busy. Yeah. But wouldn't want it any other way. But yeah, I do apologise for having my video out late. Oh, I try to be on time. But things happen. Alright, I'm going to pop this in the vacuum chamber and I'll be right back. Wow, that stuff is hard to degas. I lost track after 15 times and I had to release the pressure to try and get these bubbles out. Nah, they'll be stubborn. Anyway, hopefully it'll be okay. So, I'm just going to try and find my alcohol. Oh, here we go. And give that a spritz. Just going to let that sit for 5 seconds. And just wanted to let you guys know, if you are interested, I do have channel membership available. And that way we can watch videos together, interact more, do early release to videos, and lots of other fun stuff. So go and check it out in my description box if you're interested. If you're not, then I'd love you to subscribe if you haven't already. So let's give it another spritz and pour in our little mixture. So hopefully this will work. Probably won't use all this resin. So I just want a thin layer. Just sort of want to start going into the elbows. Give that a spritz. And I think that might do it. Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm going to babysit this for a little bit. Clean up my little drips. There, no, that's just powder. Very bubbly, but it should be okay. So I'm going to let this sit for an hour or so, and then I'm going to pop it in my curing machine so I can come back and do hopefully the last layer. So see you soon. This layer's cured, and you wouldn't believe it. I picked up my green, the dark green chrome powder, and it wasn't the one I wanted to use. So anywho, it will be what it will be. So I've made up, what did I make up? I made up 3 ounces of Estoyo 1-to-1. Now my beads are dry, so I end up doing another coat, and I just left them overnight. So they're fully dry now and the dye shouldn't run. So we just want to coat them. A little bit of resin. We just sort of want to make a paste with them. As in, just get them coated. Give that a good mix. So you can see that the colour's not running. That's those ones, they look pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Goes that frog in the throat again. These are the bigger beads. Okay, so let's start with our little beads. So just want to put some, try and get them in the toes and the hands. Just using my stick to push them in. Random hair, you do. Probably easier just to, yeah, do a few at a time. Oh, random hair on the end of my stick. Oh, get in. Now when you're dyeing your beads, they will tend to stick together, so you've got to mush them up a bit or get your hands in and pull them apart. It doesn't really matter if they are stuck together, but whatever your preference is. Oh, fixing that hair. And what I might do, I'll just push these up. Get my big ones. Push the big ones down. So you'll only seem to where your mica powder goes, but I sort of want them to there just in case they've got some gaps. In a frog, so it doesn't look silly. Push that down flush. Right. Put our big ones in. And our little ones. We're just going to do this with all the hands and the feet. Little ones on the end. Big ones afterwards. Oh gosh, you know, you have that one hair that just keeps sticking to you, and then you keep swapping it. Always one. So again, just filling up the toes. And once we're happy with that, I'm just going to follow with the big ones. So hopefully it'll look pretty. What do you reckon? Hopefully the inlays will affect that we've done more work and look like dragon scales. I'm loving this colour, this fluorescent green that I made. It looks awesome. It's traditional Froggy Friday frog coloured green. And once I fill these up, I'm just going to drizzle some resin as well. I'll make sure that we've got it in any little gaps. And then we're going to have to find something for our spare beads. I honestly thought I just wasn't going to have enough beads. But it's like good that we have more rather than not enough. Okay, how's that looking? So yeah, if you don't put too much resin, then you can get any little gaps and they won't sort of move as much. Okay, let's just put them there. Stick out of there. So make sure you go and check out the playlist in the description box. Go and see what everybody else has been up to this week. Again, apologies everyone, mine's late. I've had visitors non-stop for days. It's always the way when you're trying to record, or I'm constantly getting interrupted by the hubs. Seems to forget that I'm always recording. Okay. Now hopefully by doing this green, we're not going to lose the sticker. Now I'm going to do black. So hopefully. Now, get just a couple more of these. Come on. Okay, now I've got to think of something to put that in. Might even do it. Oh, working. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm reaching over. You know when you move things, don't move it into the right spot. Got it. Okay, let's just pour these in here, and then just going to move them into the feet and then put the big ones to fill it up the rest, hopefully. Okay. Oh, he's going to look so cute. That, just enough. Awesome, love it when that happens. Okay. Flatten that down. Okay. Now, I'm just using this black paste. It's a Temu one. So I can give it a bit of a shake. Helps if you take that lid off. Good squeeze. So this is just going to be straight black. I'm not going to add any glitter. Never going to. I just can't help myself. Let's add sparkle. But I won't. And we all know that we've got to mix our paste or our dye really well, just like our mica, so I won't keep banging on. It's a bit patronising after a while, isn't it? I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever had any uncured resin. I'm not mixing my stuff properly. I think once I didn't have something cured properly, and it was because I poured the wrong quantity of resin, wrong ratio, because I got interrupted. It's easy to do. So other than that, you don't mix your stuff, it's only going to be floaty or sinky, so don't stress it. Alright, let's do this, hey? Clean my stick. Right. Alcohol. And let's pour. Now I don't mind if some of the black goes up into the green beads. We're good with that, so whoops. That was a shocking pour. I want a little bit of black to go into the beads, but not. Well, I didn't want that much. Just a little bit. Sort of let that settle a little bit. I'm going to spritz it again just so it makes that paste run a bit. Looks like we need a little bit there. I want it to sort of start going into the feet, but I want those beads, I want you to see them, but I want them to sort of merge, if you know what I mean, like blend. So hopefully they will. Tad more. There, I think. There. There. Okay. And with this frog, I'm not fussed at all. Hopefully we'll see the beads. Okay, let's spritz again. And basically that's it. It's looking good. Clean up my overage. That way there's no cleanup when we demold. And we don't risk any of those little dry bits getting stuck in our piece. That's the whole reason I do it, in case you're new and don't know why I'm cleaning up my mould. But it's still tacky when you demold, and there's little flaky bits, they can get stuck on your piece. So I clean up now, and then hopefully there's nothing to clean up. And when I demold, there's usually a little bit of trimming with my bearing tool and done. Oh, I can't wait to demold these guys. So I'll find something for my black, and I'll come back when we're ready to demold. Oh, I'm excited. So I'll see you guys very soon. So while we're waiting for our frog to cure, I thought, let's demold these. What a great opportunity. And I also want to thank anyone that's bought me a coffee lately, or a super thanks, or subscribed to my channel, or became a member. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. And it helps my channel grow, and it supports my channel, and it makes me have the ability to buy more resin things so I can do more videos for you guys. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you heaps. So where do we start? Let's do our little koalas. Oh, so cute. So I ended up adding some glitter in the same colour. Oh, and you can tell I've been dyeing without gloves on. Whoops. That's right, that's what my hands usually look like. Oh, so cute. So we'll either make some little earrings or pendants or lapel pins. Oh, we'll find something. Magnets. Look at our little turtles. Oh, so cute. Just love these. They're sweet. So there's the little turtles. And then we've got little mini koalas today. Hopefully they're not too soft. Still a little bit bendy. I should be able to get them out. Try not to bend them too much. Oh, pretty. Love that mould. One koala. The other one out. I thought I can work on these while the others are curing. Because I don't want to be any more late than what I already am. Okay. Our other koala out. So pretty. I love that glitter with that colour. They look awesome. So we'll let them sit there so they don't bend. Now let's check out our new water ripple pendants. I'm loving these. And once you back them, but that's a different effect because it's more opaque. So I wonder, we won't see the white. Oh, there's a little white thing. Hang on. Oh, where is it? It's hiding on me. It's all the other colours except the white one. Where is it? Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Right. Well, I don't know where that's disappeared to. Should be there. Dropping everything. Oh, hang on. I know. It's hiding under here, isn't it? Nope. What did I do with it? Oh, sorry, guys. Put it somewhere. Oh, who'd know? Hopefully I haven't thrown them out. Maybe on them. Let's see if I can do it with this. Might be too... Yeah, it might be too opaque. Anyway. Ooh. Like it with the glitter. And I love the feel of this silicone. So see-through. It's awesome. I might even wire up one. What do you reckon? So pretty. Love them. All right, let's get into it, hey? Okay, let's see what we have. So everyone's favourite, the crystal turtle. Ooh, pretty. Love the black in that. I don't think I've ever done a black one before. Love it. Now let's do a little mini shiny frog that needs a good trim. I'm a bit crazy with my pouring. Ooh, love him. How cool is that? And he'll glow in the dark too. But he needs a good trim. Okay. Main event. Reckon he worked. Actually really excited about this one. Okay. Oh, he's out. Ooh, are we ready? Here we go. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
His feet. Oh my god. Love him. Now can we see any dragon scale? Oh, slightly. So I used the wrong powder. But love that decal. Oh, I just love his hands on his feet. I'll have to pop some eyes in, of course. Oh, he's awesome. Love him. Shame this inlay didn't work real good. Probably should have just poured black under it, perhaps. But definitely have to try that again. But yeah, I love him. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So we better go and pop some eyes in. What do you reckon? Cool. Love him. Alright, let's do it. So here are our pendants. So yeah, okay, I guess, but definitely need to be translucent, transparent, like this one with a little frog. Very cute. And here's our little mini shiny frog, ready for Halloween. The witch's hat on. Loving those beads. And our little crystal turtle. And she's got her little witch's hat on too. Then we've got our little turtle pendants. Not pendants, God, they're lapel pins. Gosh. And love these. Cute. So little koala lapel pins with their witches' hats on. And we've got a little keychain. It's a kangaroo and it's follow your heart. And a bag tag, little kangaroo with faith. And of course, here's our frog. I absolutely love him. And just depending on the light, but you can see that dragon scale. Just not showing up on video. Hopefully it will in the photos, so stay tuned for them. And eyes look awesome. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment and a like. And don't forget to go and watch everybody else's videos, see what they've been up to this week. So thanks heaps everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Go and check out my website if you want to purchase any of my makes. And as always, a huge big thank you to my members and my subscribers. Love you guys. And anyone else want to become a member or subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. So I'll see you guys again next week for Froggy Friday. Looking forward to it. See you.